I think school is just a really critical place for support to happen. And it doesn't have to be formal. Like I think about Mrs. Robinson, one of my middle school teachers. Like I wasn't even in her class. We didn't have any classes, but she just saw me. And she saw me sometimes acting out, but she also saw the potential that I had. And so she just kind of pulled me aside and made it a priority for me to be one of her kids without having it being required to. So I think it's those kind of relationships that are sometimes informal, that are just kind of, they happen because people care and they see kids, that can be really powerful. Talking about the work that I do really starts back from one teacher that I had in high school. His name was Bob Grovenberg. And he was like, you know what, kid, you could go to college. And I was like, what? No, I couldn't. We don't go to college. That's not what we do. And he just talked to me about it, like probably over a period of a year, and was like, no, it could really happen. Like, I'm going to introduce you to some kids who are just like you that did it and are doing it. And so was the start of it, of being like, oh crap, maybe I can do that. Like, wow, I'm kind of smart. I'm savvy. I can figure things out. And so I went to college, undergrad, also got a graduate degree. And when I was in graduate school, I started working with youth just like me. At the school that I attended. So I was working with kids that, were literally just like me. And I was like, I knew then that would be like my life's work, is working with other people like me and trying to create change in these like huge, monstrous systems that are so harmful and hurtful to people and to families and really to our communities. So after graduate school, I started working in the prisons, actually, facilitating groups and providing support to people who were getting ready to reentry, or getting ready for reentry, rather. And then I transitioned actually to working in the community with folks that were reentering. And I spent about 5 years doing that, working with folks that were on parole and probation, working with them and with their families. And now I work for an organization, the Pathfinder Network, and we work with families and individuals and youth. We work with the whole family, really, to provide tools and support to help people feel safe in their communities and ultimately to thrive. And I've worked in a bunch of different capacities in that agency, and right now I'm actually the executive director. I have been for about a year.